Come with me to paradise. Welcome to my paradise. Welcome all of you, all of you, all of you. All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's the boy with the Pampers and Toys, Al, recording from paradise. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the boy with the Pampers and Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. Also follow me on X and Instagram at the boy with the Pampers and the Toys is on screen. So today we're going to be going over a Marvel figure that I found at a bargain price, even though the box is a little beat up. And this is the one and only Dark Warbird from the Avengers. And I only paid $15 for her. I actually bought two of them, so I got one already open. Anyways, so I didn't get to get the Warbird first figure, Miss Marvel figure. Not the first one, the excuse me, allergies. The one that came out like maybe some months ago or whatever, maybe like probably a year ago. I never got to purchase it because everybody wanted like $100, and online it's probably cheaper because ain't nobody really buying her. And I heard a lot of complaints about her. One of my buddies who is a toy collector was like, "Oh, she's too small." Well, I said, well, make it work, make it hurt. But I do have the Miss Marvel figure from the 3-pack. I can't remember who the other two was in there, but I only purchased her for about maybe $8 online. They had it loosely, so I'm being fair about that on the Macari app. Maybe like a year ago or so, or 2 years ago, I can't remember. But other than that, if nobody's familiar with Warbird, I'm gonna talk about her briefly. They got like a little bio on the back of her. I know y'all can't read it, but I'll read it for you because I understand my camera. It says Misfits, so I'm a misfit. And I cut my hair off, as y'all can see, but it's not about that today. So, Dark Avengers Warbird. And y'all know the new Avengers Doomsday movie's coming out. I didn't get to see the trailer yet. My best friend kept sending me all kind of stuff on TikTok. Oh, by the way, I am on TikTok, but I pretty much don't talk about, I post my toy channel and stuff on, things from here on YouTube on there, in fairness, and I put little quotes, spiritual quotes, uplifting quotes, and I might act silly on there, so it's my kind of like my everyday life. I ain't really got that much posted on there, but I'm going to try to add some toy value on there as well, too, because I want to be fair to the people who follow me and see that. So it's the one and only Al and underscore at the end of only one underscore. I'm going to have that actual, it's on the screen. And, my allergies really killing me, gang. So real quick, so what I do know about the Dark Avengers is that she is Moon. What is her name? Moonstruck. I'll figure out her name in a minute, but Moon something. And you can write in the comments. I'm gonna be fair. I take good criticism. Moonstone. Okay, she's on the back. So, she was Moonstone at first, and I don't have the Moonstone action figure. Every time I wanted to buy it, I felt like she looked like Dagger too much, and I do have the Dagger figure, so I never did purchase her. And she was recruited to imitate the hero Carol Danvers in the Malevolent, oh Lord, I can't say a word. Y'all gonna hurt me for that. Group of Dark Avengers. So, Morna Osborn was the one who played Green Goblin. He was one of Spider-Man's villains. He was over it. I guess Nick Fury got kicked out or something. I don't know what it could have been. But they had a female that took over as his role. So they were like pushing some type of agenda. I read one of the comic books years ago, and it was cool for what it was. I only read it when it got to Hulk, the Savage Hulk. And that's about it. That's the only comic book I ever read. I read, actually. So, enough about that. Let's get her open and be fair. Like I said, if you want to pause the video and read the little bio on the top or bottom in the different languages, feel free to do so. And let's take her on out the box. Alright, folks. So, here's both figures that I purchased for $15 a piece at the flea market. That was a good deal. The boxes were beat up, but the product was really it looked real good. So let's talk about the figure real quick. First of all, there's 2 head sculpts, so I won't have to. I'll pop one head off, you know, to show you what the ball joint of the neck look like. So let's talk about the flowing hair one with the evil eyes. Her eyes, they're not really unknown. You can look at her tell that they're not unknown, meaning they're not all white like Storm's eyes or something. So I think this is a beautiful figure. I hate that she can only look down. You can snap her head off, and here is the ball joint of the head. So I don't think you're going to be able to custom her with a lot of the figures. And if you want to take that off right here, I think you can take this off. Yeah, you can. You can take that off, but I want to leave it on. So put that back on. The hair is flowing, as you know, a lot of these female figures got their, even some of the man figure got their flowing hair as well too. I don't have a problem with the flowing hair. I just don't want it to be like, I'd rather have 2 head sculpts when they got flowing hair for a character, because I like the flowing hair down. But to each his own. You see this, her scarf around her neck. It is real lengthy. It would be nice if it was cloth, but I don't think Hasbro's going to invest that much money. So what I love about her body is I haven't really seen this body before besides the other Warbird figure that came out maybe a year ago. And I want to get that soon. So as you can see, they got this symbol right here that I think them green, whatever they call, Jesus, I can't remember all the Marvel names. I'm getting old, but they the one who gave her that right here. Norman Osborn, you know, he's the head that created the Dark Avengers. I love that. I love her ab crunch. Her ab crunch. A lot of female figures don't have ab crunches, so with this one, it was a plus. I wish the Black Widow figure would have had an ab crunch, but neither here, neither there. So as you can see, she does come with 2 types of hands, and I just got them for both figures. There's the flowing female hands, wielding hands, and then get your fist, so I don't have to snap nothing on. So let's see. So nice little thigh swivel right here, cool. Nice little pinless elbows. I love the pinless elbows and knees and legs and all of that. I can't stand pins. I just feel like they reuse parts. So this seems like these are newer parts on this figure, a new female body. And it's a reused body from the other one. Cool, I'll give it. So as you can see, nice little, you know, just move her leg all the way back. Her feet, now, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit in her feet. Her feet does not really stand up too properly, but you got to make it do what it do. It's okay. So you got to just be careful. She can fall. They're a little flimsy to a degree. Now, I love the skin tone on her. The skin tone is very amazing. It definitely looks like, Carol Danvers to me. I mean, you know, you can make any Marvel female character look alike. I mean, if you draw all the same. So, but this is Moon Stone. So, to be exact, when you look at the back of her, I love the color. I like the red scheme they got. This is like almost like a bloody red color. And I love the boots. The boots are very well painted on. I just wish, like I said, the feet should have been a little bit better. But it's cool for what it is. I'm not going to, be mad about that. So let's move on to the other figure. That one with the female with the hands and the flat kind of hair, kind of downright hair. As you can see, I think the Dark Avengers 2 were anti-heroes, almost like the Suicide Squad, if I can remember. As you can see her eyes right here, the mask, looks well detailed. So the female little wielding hands, nothing really different about this figure at all. And I wish they would have just like pretty much maybe it's the Marvel comics people. If they really wanted to make her like Carol Danvers, I'd rather for her to look a little different. But I mean, I'm just a small person talking. The figure still is beautiful, and as you can see, even though her abs move, that part, it's neither here neither there. It moves a little bit. She cannot look up, so don't even try. But she can look down. But with this hair, you got to be understanding that they're not able to look up. If you want to make some good poses for her, if you got like one little stand things, I got one somewhere around here, but I'm not gonna go look for it at all. So let's compare and contrast her to a lot of the other female, some of the female Marvel figures I do have. You know, it's not gonna hurt. Come on, stand up, girl. Try not to. Yeah. All right. So as you can see, I have Siren and White Rabbit next to her, and you know, White Rabbit got her little flowing hair, and I don't like it. That figure, she actually has some leg issues when I purchased her like that. So she's a kind of an older figure from back in the day, and Siren, she's an average female body. You know, she's like the female version of Banshee. She screams real, or something like it. She screams, or yeah, she screams. That's why she calls Siren, duh. But she doesn't stand up. Her feet is like, oof. So I just want to show some of the figures, compare and contrast her. She's still smaller than both ladies, to be honest with you. It's just that you can see White Rabbit's leg is about to break off anytime soon, maybe in 10 years. All right, so now we have her next to Spider-Woman. And you know, Spider-Woman, she comes from the Iron Man, Iron Man, that's an Iron Man. Kind of like the Avengers a little bit. He had his own little group, and she was one of them. I think she was like a love interest in the cartoon back in the early 90s. And a little bit in the comic book. Then we have her next to Firefox. She's one of the people from Spider-Man and Friends, based on the 80s comics and cartoon. She does come with a little dog. And I actually like that Firefox figure. The Spider-Woman figure, she's on an average female body. Both of them on an average female body. But that Firefox, I thought they did a real good job creating her. She comes with a second head sculpt as well, too, of flowing hair. So, can't beat that. And then next, we got her next to Sharon Carter and Dagger from Cloak and Dagger. You know, there was a short-lived series, Fox series, along with another couple of shows. I thought that Cloak and Dagger was all of that. It was probably last like 2-3 seasons. I think 2 seasons, but Dagger is the girl who throws the daggers, and Cloak, he had a cloak, and he could make people disappear and go into portals and all of that. So she reminds me, I think Moonstone, that's how they created her. Like, she's a carbon copy of actually this Dagger figure. This Dagger figure is pretty old as well too. But that Sharon Carter figure, that's a good looking figure. I wish it was articulated like the Black Widow figure, but other than that, she's not. So cool for what it is. But I think that this figure is somewhat, maybe they're the same height a little bit. Maybe Sharon Carter's a little bit taller than the dark version of Warbird. But I think she's a little bit taller of Dagger than both of them, just a little bit. Now this right here is the version of the 3-pack that, I can't remember who the other 2 characters were in that 3-pack with Miss Marvel a while back. This figure is pretty old, but I really think they got her down to a T on this figure, Miss Marvel's figure. So I'm gonna let everybody look at her up close and personal. She has some paint issues. The person who I purchased from claimed he just took her out of the box, but neither here, neither there. But I love this hair right here. The hair was very neutral. The outfit was amazing. The boots were tall. But this is regular Miss Marvel, so it's not Warbird. I'm up to my little stand. So when you look at them both, you can tell them from apart. I'm gonna get, like I said, I'm gonna get the other Warbird figure real soon. And you know, gotta make it count. Gotta make it count. Now, last but not least, I don't have a lot of the Dark Avengers figures. I do need to get that one muscle guy with the yellow outfit, the blonde hair. I see him at Walgreens. He's been at Walgreens for years. So I might go ahead and purchase him. If I can find him cheaper online, I'll get him, but I can see how he is online. what is his name? His name is Sentry. Okay, so Sentry, I see his figure all the time at Walgreens. I'm gonna end up getting it one day when I get it. So you got Marvel Boy over here, who's known as Novar, and you know the outfit's a little different, but this is Marvel Boy, the figure on the left, and then we got Spider-Man with the Venom symbiote, virus or skin or alien cell, whatever you call it. So that's the closest thing I got to the the Dark Avengers. I wish I had Wolverine's son, Dakin. I think that's what his name is. But other than that, I give this figure definitely. I give her a 9.3 out of a 10. I took some points off because they didn't have her feet. Her feet, maybe it's a heating issue. I say you probably have to blow dry it, maybe warm it up so the feet can place flat without it moving, and pretty decent figure. All right, so we talked about today was the Marvel Legends Dark Warbird, and I didn't get to show her on my white wall over there the actual powers she can have. The power things are cool for the Marvel Legend figures. I use them, periodically. It just depends. I gotta get a bigger shelf, because that little cheap Dollar Tree shelf, or whatever you call it, Rose's shelf, is really falling apart after about 4 or 5 years. But other than that, she's a good looking figure. I would say add her to your collection, and hopefully I will be working on getting the Warbird figure before her. So wraps it up. I would like to thank all my friends who subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. Also follow me on X and Instagram at The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys is on the screen. So I would love to reenact that scene with Rogue. I don't feel like Rogue making everybody fall, but they can fight each other. Everybody have a great day.